Hi, I'm Bob Radosi, and I'm here to introduce to you today a brand new systems technology from TRS, the Omega wrist systems. Omega wrists come in two sizes, a large oval and a medium oval wrist. The systems are called Omega because of the fact that we have a very small wire form shape that is part of the operation of that device. So the Omega comes from the shape of the spring itself. It's the highest strength wrist on the market, and I believe it'll give you the kind of performance that your patients need for a variety of things, both vocationally and work environments, and avocationally, weightlifting, whatever you might need them to do. This terminal device's voluntary closing grip 5 is mounted right now. To release the grip 5 and take it off, I'm first going to remove the cable, then I'm going to move the button, slide the button to the unlock position. Now that's the only wrist that locks out completely. That allows me to simply remove the entire system off of my arm. It's designed to capture the groove on the disconnect adapter, and it captures it in a way that makes for a very strong bulletproof wrist system with almost no wobble, very stable. So you can insert this device in two ways. I can keep the Omega wrist in the lock position, and then I can simply take and insert the terminal device, and then I am locked in. I can release it again, pop it out. The other alternative is to leave it in the open position, locked out, insert the wrist, then manually lock that wrist in. So there's two options for installing. The adapter itself is made of high-grade heat-treated stainless steel. It has 6 gear teeth or prongs that allow it to engage into the wrist. It also comes with an O-ring. The O-ring is an integral part of the system, and the O-ring actually fits down and compresses underneath the adapter. To get rotational frictional adjustment, all I have to do is leave the wrist system in the unlock position. I insert the gear ring in, I engage the gear teeth, and then I tighten it. I get to a position whether I like that friction or not. If I want to tighten it some more, I simply remove it, re-index it, retighten it again. Now I can sort of feel what kind of friction that I like. Once I've got the rotational friction that I prefer, then I can go ahead and lock that in, and that will be maintained until I change it. So it's actually quite simple. Insert and adjust the friction however you like it, and then relock the wrist, and that's all that it takes. You can also tighten the system up to be completely locked if you want it to be very, very tight as well. Totally toolless. You can do it as often as you like. The Omega wrist systems in both sizes, large oval and medium oval, also are available with a black faceplate, which is a special order item. This is an exploded view of the Omega medium. It consists of a laminating ring, a mid plate, and a faceplate, 2 faceplate fastener attachments. Over here we have a gear ring with additional fasteners. This is the slide button for operating the wrist. We have an Omega wire form spring, which is an integral part of the system. 2 balance springs. This whole system fits into the mid plate. And then we have a Omega disconnect adapter and O-ring. Finally, the last thing is a ball plunger, which is used in conjunction with the Omega spring form here to lock out that spring. This is an exploded view of the large Omega oval wrist. It consists of a laminating ring, a mid plate, and a faceplate. We have 4 fasteners holding that faceplate into the system. We also have a gear ring, 3 fasteners which are used in its assembly, and Omega wire form spring, 2 small balance springs, a slide button which is used to operate the device. We have a Omega disconnect adapter and an O-ring, and finally over here a ball plunger which actually goes into place here, and that helps control the wire spring form. This is a close-up of the mid-plate assembly showing the installation of the Omega wire form spring, which is shown here in red. The wire form fits into this cavity. We have a slide button which moves back and forth through this slot. We have 2 balance springs that help maintain the position of this Omega wire form spring. And finally, separated out here but actually embedded right into the wrist, is a ball plunger. And when the ball plunger sits there, as the wire form is moved over and the slide button is moved over, The ball plunger helps to hold and lock out the spring form so that insertion of the disconnect adapter into and out of the wrist is facilitated easier. TRS has designed a special adapter. We call it an Omega wrist adapter for hooks, or a hook adapter for the Omega wrist system. And it's simply a high-performance stainless attachment. It actually screws on to the threaded portion of any type of split hook, any terminal device that has a narrow center to it. And the reason we need that is we need it as a base plate. The O-ring is then inserted over this, and then our disconnect adapter threads down like that, and that's what creates the frictional coefficient. Is the tightening of the adapter against this special hook adapter that we've designed. So if you're going to use any type of a split hook or terminal device with a narrow base, you'll need to purchase this extra little flanged adapter, and that allows for the performance of the wrist in the way it was designed to be used.